This episode features a Jeep Wrangler 2011 for sale at an auction. First of all, let's start with the smart chart just so we make sure we don't forget to look for anything. When shopping for a car, you need to go through the exterior condition, the engine condition, interior condition, make a test drive if possible, and then check the mileage. Paint job. You're looking for inconsistency in the paint job. Panels that seems to be lighter or stronger in color than the rest of the car. All around this car all seems in good order. Body condition. As always, this should be the most obvious part. When you're walking around the car, look for any dings, broken parts, scratches, and rust. Wheels and tires. First of all, look and see if all four tires are the same make and model. Then, take a simple penny and insert it in between the tire tread. It will give you a rough estimation on how deep they are. Finally, check the rims for scratches, pothole damage, and faded paint. Now, the interesting part is that you still have some good enough access to the mechanical parts all around each front wheel. So make sure to check the condition on parts like axle, ball joint, suspensions, and stuff. If you really don't know what I am talking about, you can always check and compare the right side with the left side. Whatever on both parts should always look like exactly the same. Headlamps and all lights. Check if the headlamps are becoming blurred and yellow. This is common with non-UV treated transparent plastic. With time and sunshine, they slowly degrade. This means either the car was sitting too long facing the sun, or the car has spent most of its life on the road. This is why sometimes yellow blurred headlamp can give you a rough estimation on the actual mileage. Sunroof. At this stage of the investigation, you simply want to verify that all the windows are closed tight and that the rooftop is well strapped. Before you start the engine, check the oil level. Start the engine up and listen. Ideally, a cold start is the best way for checking an engine. If it's too rough, you know it's usually packing a good weight of mileage. Exhaust gas color. So, meanwhile, check the colored gas coming out of the exhaust. Is there any oil as well? Oil leaks. While the engine is running, check for any oil leak under the engine bay. Then, take out the dipstick, check the oil level, and try smelling it. It will give you an idea on the oil condition. Good brand new oil should not be unpleasant to smell. Do the same thing with the transmission's dipstick. Rusted engine parts. Check for rusted engine parts usually when a car is not driven for a long amount of time, either because it has been into an accident waiting to be repaired or because it's simply not being driven enough. Some parts, as well as engine parts, tend to accumulate surface rust, especially pulleys and disc brakes. Steering wheel, seats, and main condition. Look for any unusual wear and tear on the steering wheel, seats, switches. Any unusual condition could be caused by excessive use, which should indicate a relatively high mileage. All windows and sunroof. Check if all windows are working properly, open them up and close them down. Now, in this case, it seems that the driver's side rear window isn't operating properly. Windshield wipers. Don't forget to check if windshield wipers show any malfunction. Finally, if you can, you must take it for a test drive. I would suggest to drive it in city roads until it heats up, then take it on the highway. Turn off the radio. I'm sure it will be on because usually they don't want you to listen to the car. So turn the radio off and just listen. Tell the salesman to be quiet, just so you can focus. Mileage. After going through that smart chart thoroughly, you really should begin to have an idea on the actual mileage of the car. So check it out at the very end of your investigation. If the shown number makes you uncomfortable, walk away or try and get the best deal as fairly as possible. While you're checking the mileage, check and see if any cluster lights are on. They would indicate needed maintenance. This was a Jeep Wrangler 2011 for sale at an auction. Thank you for watching and shop carefully.